If you're considering creating a Teachers Pay Teachers store, you're probably wondering how much money that you can make on Teachers Pay Teachers within your first 6 months. Well, I just hit 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers. So today I'll share a breakdown of my first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income. Make sure to stay until the end because I'll also give some tips and advice from things that I've learned in the past 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers. Katie Gettys, and I am a former classroom teacher and current online music studio owner and teacher coach. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. First of all, I actually did a video where I summarized and broke down the first 3 months of my Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income, but I also went more into how I got started on the platform, my freebies, how long it took me before I was able to put up my first paid product. So if you want to check that video out after this one, I'll link it here. I'm just going to go through each of my 6 months and I will have a breakdown of our sales, our earnings. There is a difference because earnings is after the cut from Teachers Pay Teachers, the number of products sold, our number of views, and our conversion rates for each month. Let's get into it. So my first month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income was from September 14th to October 13th. We made $261 in sales, which brought in $208.80 of earnings. We sold 21 products, got 852 views, and had a conversion rate of 2%. My second month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income was from October 14th to November 13th. In sales, we made $192. In earnings, we had $153.60. We sold 18 products, had 578 views, and a conversion rate of 3%. So even though our earnings went down a bit, our conversion rate did go up, so that was nice. My third month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income was from November 14th to December 13th. In sales, we made $467.77. which brought in $380.47 in earnings. We sold 42 units, had 499 views, and a conversion rate of 8%. This month went up in earnings and conversion rate, mostly probably because we put a bunch of Christmas products up, and there was also the Teachers Pay Teachers Black Friday sale. My fourth month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income was from December 14th to January 13th. In sales, we made $489.98, which brought in $391.83 in earnings. We sold 26 units, had 598 views, and a conversion rate of 4%. My fifth month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly earnings was from January 14th to February 13th. In sales, we made $671, and in earnings, we made $536.80. We sold 32 units, had 745 views, and a conversion rate of 4%. This was our highest month ever, which was so exciting, and it's probably because we put up a new bundle, which is now our most popular bundle, in early January, and that bundle sold really well, which again just shows the value of high ticket and high price items in your shop. Making one sale that's for $30 can be easier than making 30 sales for $1. And finally, my sixth month of Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income was from February 14th to March 13th. In sales, we made $483.99. That brought in $387.19 in earnings. We sold 23 units. We had 522 views and a conversion rate of 4%. So overall, our totals for the first 6 months of my Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income, which was from September 14th, 2021 to March 13th, 2022. In sales, we brought in $2,574.74, and in earnings, we brought in $2,058.69. We sold 162 units, had 3,787 views, and an average conversion rate of 4%. So if we took an average of our monthly earnings across the first 6 months of Teachers Pay Teachers, we brought in about $343 per month in earnings. Just some more stats that could be helpful. We had 41 followers by the end of our 6 months. We also had 9 reviews at an average of 4.7 stars. I actually give breakdowns of my Teachers Pay Teachers monthly income usually in my Instagram stories. So if you don't already follow me, make sure to head over there and I will continue to update you on my TPT journey. Of course, I have so many reflections and lessons learned and takeaways from these first 6 months of Teachers Pay Teachers. Of course, I can't fit them all into one video, so I will actually be having 3 more Teachers Pay Teachers videos coming out after this one over the next 3 weeks. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss those videos. The first big thing that I learned in my first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers was that if you're already making products for your classroom, put them on TPT. The main reason that we were able to grow my Teachers Pay Teachers store so quickly was because I was already making tons of resources for my online classes. So all I really had to do was polish them up. I gave them to my virtual assistant. They uploaded them for me, and now that's been a source of passive income that I've had for the past 6 months, which is amazing. The second thing that I've learned in my first 6 months of Teachers Pay Teachers is that I could not have done this without my virtual assistant. Teachers are busy. I know, we're all busy. We don't have time for anything, but you can hire a virtual assistant. There are so many TPT VAs that are out there. There's a Facebook group that's dedicated exactly to this. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to check it out. You can also go onto Fiverr and type in Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant, and there are tons of people on there as well. I actually got my virtual assistant on a website called onlinejobs.ph because he works for me full time. He works on a bunch of different projects all throughout my business, but he also set up all of my Teachers Pay Teachers store for me. And yes, that took some upfront costs of having to invest in that time for him to set all of that up for me, but we have earned what I invested into our Teachers Pay Teachers startup maybe 7 times over already in just the first 6 months. Once again, it takes some time to put things up in the first place, but once you have it up, you can earn an income on those products for years to come, and it's so worth the investment. The third thing that I learned from my first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers is to get the premium seller plan. If you don't already know, Teachers Pay Teachers does take a cut of your earnings, but the cut is different if you have the basic seller plan versus the premium seller plan. So in the basic plan, that plan is free, but the payout rate on your earnings is 55%, and then you have to pay an additional 30 cents per resource that you sell. But if you get the premium seller plan, which costs $60 a year, the payout rate is 80%, and you only have to pay 15 cents on each resource that you sell. I know $60 might sound like a scary investment at first, but I just want to make it clear that we made over $650 more just in the first 6 months having the premium plan versus the basic plan. So if you are ready to invest your time into Teachers Pay Teachers and really get some products going, I promise, I guarantee that the premium seller plan is going to be worth it. All right, so overall, do I think that Teachers Pay Teachers is a great side hustle for teachers? Of course, this has been an incredible source of income. We made over $2,000 in our first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers. Do I think I could live off $2,000 for 6 months of my life? Probably not. So if you're someone who is wanting to leave the classroom, wants to start your own online business as a teacher, then I would probably invest your time somewhere that is better for your earnings per hour. The thing about Teachers Pay Teachers is it does take some time to really build up your earnings on the platform. So I would probably start with something like teaching online, which I do full time on a platform called Outschool, and the average hourly earnings for a teacher on Outschool is $40. And I actually make about $89 per hour on average on that platform. Maybe you want to leave the classroom, I would start with something like that so you can build up your earnings. You can leave the classroom, gain back ownership of your time, and then start investing in other platforms too, such as Teachers Pay Teachers. So if you do want to learn more about Outschool, I have tons of videos all about it. The first one I would start with is this one right here, where I talk more about Outschool, what it is. Then I would check out this video, which talks more about how to apply to Outschool and how to get started on the platform. All right, so I do actually have 3 more Teachers Pay Teachers videos coming in the next 3 weeks on YouTube. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscription button. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.